All right, welcome back, everyone. I have Sierra Smith back, and we kind of skipped last week. We're both kind of busy doing things, but she's traveling right now. So, welcome back, Sierra.
Hey, it's good to be back. We kind of left off at Vegas and did a quick wrap up, but yeah, we haven't talked since, so I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, what's with the new setup and everything?
The uneducated economist seems to be doing well on YouTube, so I'm trying out this the whole setup. He said the acoustics were really good in the car, so we'll see. But really, I'm just on the road, so this was the way to do it today.
So, where are you, or why are you driving around so much? What are you doing right now?
So, I'm traveling with my kiddo and we've done some like field trip style stuff this week. We went and visited like one of those living history museums where you can kind of go through the exhibits in the 1800s and see what a blacksmith does and what a tin shop would look like, stuff like that. And that was pretty cool. And part of the advantage to doing that was that I'm doing this Hive Mapper thing, which is another side hustle that I'm testing out. So we can talk more about that too, but that's kind of what I've been up to.
Cool. So, what is Hive Mapper? I've heard you talk about it. I've seen you post about it, but what exactly is it?
So it is a decentralized mapping data agency, I would say, where they're collecting all of this mapping data that refreshes more often than like Google Maps would. So since everyone has, or not everyone, but since a lot more people have these dash cams in their car, the data for the maps gets updated a lot faster. And so you can earn a cryptocurrency by uploading the data, and then you can, cash it out in dollars every week. And so that's what I've been testing out to see if it's kind of worth the time. And someone got me turned on to it. Paul with Rick Rinks Rentals. He's the one who had the dash cam. So I'm part of his fleet and we're doing like a 60-40 split. And yeah, so that's what I've been up to. I've only gotten one payout and I get my next one tomorrow. And since I was on this road trip, I should have a lot of data to upload. So we'll see what that turns out to be.
So would you right now, I know you've only done it a limited time, would you recommend it for other people or what challenges have you noticed so far maybe?
So the first challenge is getting the dash cam itself. If you don't know someone who's already ordered one, because I think the like you have to pre-order it and it's like a 3 to 5 month wait just to get the dash cam. And these are kind of an older style dash cam from the first round of pre-orders. And so the newer ones I think take 4K video and these take still images. So that's the first kind of hurdle to get past. But as far as like if you can get your hands on a camera, it seems like it's pretty straightforward. You have to have your phone on in the app open to pull the data off the camera, and then again whenever you're home uploading it on your Wi-Fi. So it's a little bit time consuming to do that if you're doing a lot of driving. But if were operating a fleet and you just put cameras in other people's cars and you're doing a split, then it could be really passive income that way.
Oh, I like it. So do you think like you have to be on the road quite a bit to make it beneficial, or is it, like as long as you just drive once in a while, it can be worthwhile?
So it's kind of ever evolving, and the cryptocurrency can change, its price point week to week. Last week it was 18 cents uh per crypto, and with the 60-40 split and only driving, I think I had just driven around town and hadn't put any like large trips on there. I made $32 that week. And so, I mean, that felt like it was worth it for the very little amount that I did. And that was even with a split. So if I didn't have the split, I think it would definitely be a lucrative thing. If you're an Uber driver or delivery driver, or if you're a real estate agent and you do a lot of driving like neighborhoods and stuff and you're on these kind of um more side roads and not just like the interstate, then I think that data is supposedly is a little more valuable because those roads are driven less by less people, and so you can really get a good payout for that. So I think it would definitely be worth it in that case.
Oh, cool. You just answered. That was going to be my next question. Like, does it matter like what road you're driving on, or like do you have to have a certain planned out route that you have to drive? So, okay, that's good. So, as far as driving right now, like you would say, like, I mean, so you can't use your own camera or anything. You have to get a specific camera from Hive Mapper, you're saying.
Yep, you have to use their cameras.
Okay. And then as far as hardware, do you need anything else? Like to like they provide you everything to download it and whatnot, or is there anything else you have to purchase with it?
Nope, you just have to download the app and then you have to have a crypto wallet and then to get the token on your wallet. So that's really all you have to have. Paul had purchased a mount that wasn't like a sticky mount, it's like a suction cup one. So just so that people weren't having to do like a more permanent installation in their car. But I actually have one on the front and I have one mounted on the side. So I have two cameras for this trip since it was a longer trip, and we'll see if I don't know if the side one pays out as well, but we'll see if that, supplements how much I get.
Oh, so each camera is specific for like you're saying side, front.
So, well, I mean, you can mount them on either. You just have a preference. So, and you can mount them outside your vehicle or inside, according to their instructions. So it kind of is your choice. Having two just gives you the extra data, but the way I understand it was that the side one might not pay out as well.
Mhm. Could you put it on your rear, on the rear window, I guess, or windshield?
I don't think so. I don't think they're collecting data from the rear. They just want the side views and the front view, and it has to be the side of on the passenger side.
Oh, okay. Huh. So I guess your vehicle is actually making money while are you doing any Uber or ride sharing stuff or
No, I'm not. This is definitely the only thing I'm using my vehicle for. But I do a lot of driving just in general. So I thought, it would be good, especially with these trips. And we have another trip, long one next month coming up that I'm actually going to get reimbursed for the mileage for. And so it's kind of a way to get an entire trip paid for plus make money on it. So I'm looking forward to that too. Uh, the payout I think is kind of changing the more cameras that get on the road. Like it's not um like I think they're having to split up how much they're paying out amongst more people now. But I think if you order one of the newer cameras, then that data is going to be more valuable again. And the only thing is waiting that pre-order time. Those newer cameras I saw are at $500 a piece. So that's what I was trying to figure out was how long it would take to pay off the camera with driving, and then at what point, would it actually start being profitable.
you mentioned you're getting reimbursed for your mileage? Is that through the Hive Mapper or
No, that's
oh
through
okay.
another program that we're doing. Like we're going to Oklahoma for a grant program that Nathan was eligible for, and they're reimbursing our mileage for that.
Is that you're moving or no that whole
Not
grant?
yet.
Oh,
You're required to take a visit there to like get introduced to all the different requirements of that program and to check stuff out. So we're just going there for that.
cool. And I also seen you doing some other cool things on social media. And I know you're driving, that you're saying you have Hive Mapper, but there's also something else going on with your vehicle or self promotion or whatnot.
Yeah, since I was driving almost 1,000 miles on the way back home on this trip, I was like, what is something else I can do with my car that would kind of serve my audience? And since a lot of, my audience is other content creators who are trying to grow their social media or other small business owners who are trying to get some traction in their business, I thought it would be a really cool idea to test out advertising on my car. And so I made a big decal for the back window and kind of started running like this social media campaign called Slap My Ad to see if using car advertising is really beneficial or not. So I have my social media handle and then the platforms that I'm on the back of my window, and we'll see if 1,000 miles gets me any new followers or any traction just running this campaign.
Cool. And what was the name you came up with again, or what?
So I'm calling it Slap My Ad since these decals or stickers are sometimes called slaps. So it's a way to kind of, I think, make it a little more fun and attention grabbing. And we'll see if people are interested in seeing that results. Because I know a lot of businesses get their brand and put it on their car window and try to get traction that way. I've seen people who sell, Scentsy do that. I've seen real estate agents, definitely a lot of contractors do it. So we'll see if it actually is beneficial for growth. I'm sure it's good for brand awareness if you're driving around, your same town all the time with your logo on the side. And I think car wraps are really efficient in advertising, but they're so costly, and this is kind of the next best thing.
Oh, so how much did your advertisement cost?
Well, I can make it myself. So
Oh,
I had the equipment to make it myself, so it didn't really cost me much. I mean, materials were less than $5, but if you were going to pay someone to make a custom decal for your window that was a single color, it would probably run you $20 or so.
so is that your price that you charge people if they reach out to you?
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy to do. I mean, it depends on how big you want it, right? Like how large your back window is. Mine, I think, is about 15 inches wide by 10 inches high, and yeah, I would charge about $20 for that.
How long does it take to make a decal? I mean, like
I mean,
if you
if you
have the
already have,
design, yeah.
yeah, if you already have the design, maybe 10 minutes.
Oh, wow. And why do you have this machine to make the decal, or what? What were you using it before for?
I mean, I did that as part of my merch business before. So if people, were ordering, uh, hats from me with their logo on it, I would sometimes send a couple of decals with the order.
Oh, nice.
That it's the same machine that cuts vinyl for shirts and stuff.
Ah, basically, you're just like a walking advert or driving advertisement now, or you're just making money everywhere you're driving now.
Yeah, I mean, putting the car to use for sure. And I remember in college looking at some jobs that I could do on the side, and one of them was you could, sign your car up to be used for an advertisement if you were in like a high traffic area, and they would basically you go in and they would wrap your car, and then you would get paid for the mileage that you were driving around. But I was too nervous to have my car like permanently wrapped in someone else's business and have to drive it around. So I never did that, but I remember it being um kind of like a side job that a lot of college kids were trying to get.
Yeah, I think I looked into that too. I don't know if it's that big in Hawaii though, because I mean, there's not too much driving going on. I mean, you're on an
Right.
island, but yeah, I think I looked into that also. But yeah, same thing. I was like, I don't know if I want to permanently wrap my vehicle, but yeah, interesting. Yeah, cool. So what's your next side gig or side hustle you think you're gonna work on right now? Or are you just gonna focus on this?
Yeah, I'm focused on putting out some content around the dash cam thing for sure because there's a lot of interest in that from the few posts that I've put out about it so far. A lot of people want to I think because it's so easily accessible and everyone seems to drive, so it would be an easy side hustle for a lot of people. So I'm focused on putting out content around that. And even though I've been out of the merch business for a while, almost a couple of years now. I keep getting some requests for shirt orders and kind of custom designs. And so I don't know, I've been thinking about uh drumming that back up for a little bit just to get some merch out, but we'll see.
I think a lot of people that get into the real estate investing game, that's what they kind of notice after a while, right? Like you're not buying homes every single day, and there's only so many purchases you can do. So there's but you have this bug for increasing income or generating passive income. So you start going down these other pathways of how to make extra money, and I think that's what you're doing a great job of promoting and showing people like what other options are out there. And sometimes just it is trial and error, right? You're going to test something out, see how it works, and just kind of find out what you have a interest in. And yeah, it's cool, man.
Yeah, I mean, homes and hustles, and in between homes, it just feels like you want more money to invest in real estate, and so you have to find ways to come up with the extra funds to do that. And I'm getting excited because I think we're getting a lot closer to being ready to buy something in Oklahoma and make that happen. So I'm getting excited to document that whole journey and get another property. And yeah, looking forward to that this year for sure.
Yeah, and everything now is homes and hustles, right? Everything's kind of been streamlined and you got that all situated. And I don't have to search like five different things when I go look on
Exactly.
X or yeah. So that should be helpful. But yeah, I see you're gaining on me and your subscribers on YouTube and you're growing quickly. So, this is fun though. We have a little challenge, all of us going on, but yeah, it's a lot of fun right now.
Yep, a race to monetization.
Yeah. But yeah, what I'm finding out is X is challenging, man. I don't know how people do it. I think definitely, that's why the doomers have figured it out and their content gets a lot of views or impressions. But man, you have to get to 5 million impressions in like 3 months or something. And yeah, I don't know how. That's like averaging 50,000, I think they said, a day or something like that. So
Oh
that's
man.
crazy.
Yeah, that's tough. And you guys have definitely got me addicted to X. I'm on there way more than I ever used to be. And I had that in my mind that like, well, monetization on there is an option at least, and so it's worth my time, but it does seem like an impossible reach to get to
Yeah.
that 5 million.
But I like it. I like the content there. It's fun. I like the engagement. There's a little more engagement. I feel like.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely more engagement than Instagram. Although my last few reels and stuff on Instagram have gotten quite a bit of engagement, but I find it interesting because even when a lot of my followers engage with my content on there, it doesn't ever really get pushed out like in the algorithm to new viewers. And so it's really hard on Instagram to break out in front of new, fresh eyes. And but I like that my community there is really strong in liking the content. So I'll keep putting it there too.
Yeah, that's what I'm on the fence about. I'm wondering if I should get verified on Instagram. That's my next because I got verified on X and it definitely helps as far as I've seen my followers and everything jump up rather quickly. So still thinking about it because Instagram, there's no monetization there, right? So I'm not sure like if it's worth getting verified. But Chari, going back to the Hive Mapper thing though. So if someone was interested, can they jump on your, like you said, your fleet or whatnot, or how can they contact you?
I mean, they're welcome to contact me for more information. I'm on someone else's fleet, so I don't have one yet. But if I do find out that I can pay off the camera really quick, that's my plan is to order cameras for a fleet for myself. And so if someone is interested in joining my fleet, like in the future, if I pre-order the cameras, then I'll definitely put them on a list so I can reach out to them.
Oh, okay, so it's not, I guess, like that multi-level marketing where you get people under you, and then okay, okay,
No, it's not like that.
all right. How many, I guess, camera or can you pre-order or order it ahead of time, I guess, or whatnot? Is there a
As far as I know, there's not a limit.
hmm, are you planning to get some, you think?
I mean, I we'll see what this payout is tomorrow because I have a lot of miles on the last week. But I definitely would get one for myself. And so another thing that you can do, and I should have mentioned this earlier, is you can be one of their AI trainers and you don't even have to have a camera. You can sign up with them to review images and it's confirming like if a speed limit sign is a speed limit sign or if it's a stop sign or if it's, some other red thing on the road like that it's helping you or it's having you train their AI to recognize those things. And so you don't even have to have a camera for that. You can just hop on there and create an account if you want to review images, and that's another way to get a payout from them. And since Nathan has all of this mapping experience from working at Garmin and reviewing road data anyways, it's super easy for him to do, and so he's doing that on the side. And I don't think he's got a payout from it yet, but we'll see what his first week is too, and I can give you an update on that.
Oh, yeah. We'll follow up on everything and hopefully we get back to our regular routine and do this weekly and this is a lot of fun and I think it worked well, sitting in your vehicle and, following Simon's the uneducated economist's blueprint. But Yeah, I think it works.
Yep, I'll get some fuzzy dice for next time and we'll do it again.
No, you gotta find get your own. You gotta get your own thing. That's his. You gotta get like, what can you
Like
get?
Mardi Gras beads or something up there.
Yeah, yeah, that would be good. Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, so this was fun, and we'll follow up, see what your payout is, and see if you're gonna keep recommending it or whatnot.
All right, sounds good. I'll talk to you next week.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Bye.